Hey, everyone. Hello. It's Wendy Richmond, CEO of Results Matter Dental Marketing. And I wanted to reach out and start this process. So I did a live stream on my Facebook channel about uh, actually starting the process to document my experience of building a new business from scratch where I am I'm in the same industry that I've been in for the last 15 years, but I'm going to start a new, more sustainable and scalable business. And I figured, I'm doing this. There's so many folks that I've talked to recently that, you know, uh, this I thought would be a really nice thing that I could put out and where you could watch along and see just what I do and how I build this and what, you know, I'll unveil the curtain for everything. But first I wanted to start, and the biggest thing that I wanted to make sure that you know where I come from. And so I'm going to start back at the very beginning. Not going to talk a lot about my background, but I just want to make sure you understand when it comes to me building this, just like when you see gurus who show you how to build stuff, well, and make it easy. I'm not saying it's not easy to build. It's just like they're coming when they make these recordings and things, they're coming with a whole bunch of background, and it's not a total new area to them like it is to anybody starting out. So I want to let you know what my background is so you understand where I've come from when it comes to building this. But first, I always have to make mention of the fact that when everybody asks, well, where do I begin? And I say, here's my analogy is I'm a woman of a certain age, so I've been around a little while. But growing up, I watched a movie called The Wizard of Oz. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely one to watch, called The Wizard of Oz. And Dorothy was trying to get to Oz, and she was, there's a bunch of Glinda, the Good Witch, and the little people and the of the town there. They basically were telling her, she's like, "How do I get to the yellow brick or get to Oz?" And they're like, "Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road." It's a great song. So the thing I thought found was so interesting about what she did in that movie is that she did not just jump over the grass and get on the yellow brick road. She went to the very first little tiny, you know, it was like this big piece of the yellow brick road, and she started there first at the very, very, very beginning. And then she worked her way around and worked her way around, and then eventually she got to Oz. Well, spoiler alert. So this is what I want to make sure that we start from the very beginning. And so you understand my background, how I got to this today, and what you can expect from the rest of my sharing of my journey. So I've actually been in a dental marketer for 15 years. That's 15 years. And I've been a successful marketing director for several multi-million-dollar dental practices, and I still am today. And I've been able to help various clients throughout the country when it comes to their marketing and bringing in new patients and all those things. And that's great. And I've loved it. I love my clients, still do. And I do everything I can. And I've always been a big fan of learning more to earn more. I fully believe that. And so I always tried to increase my knowledge base so I could help my clients more. And that was perfect for what it is right now. And yet I have found, because I've been in the agency, I've had my own agency for 3 years, and I've learned a lot about that. And well, first, let me kind of go back, go back a few years. So at the very beginning, I was a self-taught marketer, and I followed a lot of gurus, got a lot of great information. And the guru at the time, I was following Dan Kennedy. At the time, all I heard or could remember hearing was dentist, dentist, dentist. And dentists, they have money, they know they need to market. And so I was just like, oh, okay, I'll go be a dental marketer. And so I Went and I applied to Craigslist. I don't even know if that's still around these days, but I got a marketing coordinator position at a two location dental practice not too far from my home. And they were already good, like they were good marketers. The co-owner, the wife, she was great. And so I came in there and everybody was expecting big things because I was book learned. And I went in thinking I was something special. And then I found that I couldn't move the needle for them. And I cried. I mean, it was so bad. I was so frustrated that I cried in front of my boss because I just couldn't move the needle. And so I decided that because of that, that I didn't want to take their money anymore. And so I left them after a year and a half. And I went to another dental practice and I became a marketing director. So I kind of went from one marketing coordinator up to a marketing director. And I took everything that I learned in that first year and a half and I applied it the to the next office. I got a 50% jump in my annual um, my oh my gosh, my my pay, right? I got a 50% jump in my pay, became a marketing director, and I got them, they went from 50 new patients a month to 90 new patients a month. I did it in 3 months, uh, just by digging in and taking all the knowledge from the last and applying it. The thing I didn't have at the time was the digital marketing piece of it. And so I went to digital marketer. I'm a Ryan Dice. I was a big fan of his at the time, still am. And I went and got all these certifications, paid for them myself, did just all the trainings, got all these certifications. And I was very, very happy, applied all those things. And they just went to the moon. So it was like really wonderful. And I was, with them for probably a year and a half. And then I decided that I wanted to help more dentists. And so I then moved into more of a freelancer position, stayed with my existing on a freelance basis, part-time. And then I took on another client and I helped that client go from a million a year in collections to a million a month in collections. And I did that within 4 years. And again, just applying everything that I had learned from the other two previous offices. Then I wanted to, because I saw when it came to agencies, they just weren't able to give what they promised. So I decided to start my own agency and help even more people. And that's what I did. And I was predominantly focused on dental implants and full arch implants and doing Facebook lead marketing and then getting, leads. And then at the time, I used to pick up the phone and call them. And then you know, had many, many clients. I had a full staff, and one of my clients who took was 50% of my income decided to take what we were doing and do it in-house. And basically I lost half of my revenue and I had a full staff. And so unfortunately I had to let everybody go so I could survive. And I kept my agency alive, but unfortunately I wasn't at the same level anymore. So I had to rebuild that. And so what brought me to here was I want to be able to build a business that is repeatable, scalable, sustainable, and where I can do it and help solve a particular problem that dental offices have. And that's my niche, like stay in my lane. That's what I do. And we can do it and help many offices where I'm not having a lot of my time spent doing the actual work where we pick a problem to solve that we can use automated tools to do that. And so I decided that reputation management was a big deal. It still is. It's even more, especially with the Amazon, culture and everybody looking at reviews before they make decisions. So I decided that I would um, do that. And I actually, and again, we'll get back into the nitty gritty of everything, but just so you kind of get the full circle of where I am, I over the last 3 years, worked with a tool called Go High Level or High Level, excuse me, and a big fan. It's helped me tremendously when it comes to my agency and my career. And they have wonderful tools inside of this platform to help with reputation management. So I will talk to you more about that, go in depth on that. But I lastly, I created an ebook called the Five Star Smiles, and it's on Amazon. So that's kind of the impetus for starting everything. And now it's the fun part, because I love to create, I love to build, I love to help. And then, what happens on the back end is, hopefully we build a business that is sustainable and growing. Okay. So with that being said, this is the beginning. What you can expect from what is this? I won't be doing quite as much of just you and me, like me talking to the camera and you. I will show you. I'll actually like share my screen with you as I go through each different step along the way. And if you're so, hopefully you subscribe below, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And it's not going to be any big frills. I'm not one of these huge gurus that can just, go and pay editors to do all kinds of, cool things. I'm just going to, document what it's like being like a real me and having to go through all this to build something from scratch. But I have been in the industry a long time. I have a lot of background, a lot of knowledge. And so, I'm going to do this in 30 days. And so every day I will post something in the channel about something that I'm working on and document as much of the process. I'm going to try and document everything that I can remember because I've already done a lot on it. But make sure that you get some value from watching it and maybe a little enjoyment. So with that being said, again, Wendy Richmond, CEO of Results Matter Dental Marketing, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Stay tuned.